After creating remarkable careers for themselves, our legends returned home to make music together one more time. Along with Elvis Presley, these four gentlemen created musical history. Johnny Cash, Jerry Lee Lewis, Roy Orbison, and Carl Perkins. Now, it all started in a small storefront recording studio operated by Sun Records. That studio was about to come alive once again with a sound that touched all of us. Today, we call it rock and roll. Oh, yes, you know, as you watch these four great artists walk back into this tiny 18 by 29-foot room where it all happened, we can only try and imagine what thoughts flashed in each of their minds after being away for such a long time.
We had. You know she's only 6 years old. Information please. Try to connect me back with her in Memphis, Tennessee.
That jam was the beginning of a week filled with music and memories. Now, as we experience this celebration, you're going to hear these legends and their friends in very revealing interviews as they talk with our producer-director, Gene Weed. We'll also hear some very rare comments from two great musicians who are no longer with us, Rick Nelson and Roy Orbison. And we'll hear the exciting music these artists made together, music created by a love and a bond that could only happen at an event like this.
Well, when I first got to Memphis, I was knocked out by these friendly people. They all said howdy. Howdy, come on in. We don't know the meaning of a word outside. I said, because you all play this kind of music, well, that's something I would surely like to know. When I was a boy, I heard this wild kind of music. I think they called it hello rock and roll. Can you tell me what you know about rock and roll? He said, son, it's just a feeling way out in the soul. Just a simple story with this wild rock and roll. Hey, little boys in Louisiana, all this rock and roll.
But I'll tell you a secret, it drives the women crazy.
And that's all you need to know about rock and roll. Well, you could not imagine the shape my head was in. Took me a walk down by the Mississippi. Well, I heard this rock music coming out of the harbor inn. I couldn't resist, I had me a drink, then I had me a listen. I said to the boys in the band, when you get a break, that's something that I'd really like to know. When I was a boy, I heard this wild kind of music, and I think they call it rock and roll. You tell me what you know about rock and roll.
And Jerry Lee's still doing it today.
Hey woman, I've been loving you since you were 16. My God, the best looking hand, oh Jerry Lee's ever seen. Come on girl, you've got my heart really jumping. Go ahead and keep my mother humping, motor running, let's go. Have that mother hump on the road. Hold her down. Woo! Really got me humming. Keep my motor running. Hey baby, I got fuel injection, I got some chrome wheels, I got pleated seats, girl, the kind you really like to feel. Satin sheets all up and down my bed. Pretty little pillow, you can lay your lovely head and let's get it on. My God, bring it on. Oh, you really got old Jerry humming, my God, get my old motor running.
At the age of 8, folks bought me a Stark piano. On the old upright. And I taught myself to play. 2 weeks I was playing pretty good. A couple of months I was doing fire. A year later I was playing just like I'm playing right now. Sam Phillips heard me, he said, "Son, what are you going to do 6 months from now? You making $10,000 tonight?" I said, "Mr. Phillips, I'd be thankful to God if I could make $50 a night 6 months from now." He didn't miss it a day. I wonder what happened to all that money.
I got a little seed of moon shining in your face while I'm praising the submarine dripping down my lake. Look at the stars shining, baby's eyes. Slip it to the freeway, honey, pop my overdrive, it's good. Pop my overdrive. 1947 Street of Baker, pop my overdrive.
I knew it was different. I knew it was right. I taught myself. I never heard of any other piano player before in my life anyway, so I taught myself. Self-style, you know. And Al Jolson, Hank Williams, Jimmy Rogers, Jerry Lee Lewis. These are 4 stylists. The rest of them imitators.
Jerry Lee Lewis. Listen.
16 candles, they make a lovely night, but not half as bright, baby, as your lovely eyes are tonight. Honey, just blow out those candles, make your wish come true, for I'll be wishing that you love me too.
As the swift bird flies o'er the mountain, how we wish we were there at its wing, closer by far to a friend we have lost. We remember the king. We remember the king. We recall everything. We will treasure all of the gifts that he did bring. We remember the king. And when shadows fall in the valley, to that precious memory we cling, like a spark that ignites and his flame still shines bright, as we remember the king. Remember the king. We recall everything. We will treasure all of the gifts that he did bring. We remember the king. We remember. We recall everything. remember the King. We remember the King. We recall everything. We will treasure all of the gifts that he did bring. When I was young, I spent my summer days playing on the track. The sound of the
I feel, without a doubt in my mind, that I'm one of the luckiest men that ever walked on this earth to be able to be called a part of what's happening here in Memphis.
It was probably like for me, like a family, getting back, seeing each other after, say, 20 years, you know. It was just great to be, you know, just a great feeling in the room and everything. I think everybody had a good time.
When we started this whole thing going live, we could hardly say hello to each other for everybody around us and everything. But we finally got to pair off by ones and twos and everything, and by the end of the first day, while we had spent enough time with each other to feel like this was as good an idea as we thought it was, you know.
And back out again, you know what they say about trains.
It was great getting back in the old Sun studio. I really didn't think it was going to sound as good as it did.
When they would do their thing there, man, it was taking you back, but still, again, it was new too.
When Chips Moman decided to bring back 4 of the 5 people who started that whole world, Dick Clark said, take our cameras and our sound recorders and go down there with Chips Moman and make sure we don't miss history again. I don't think any of us feel that there was another thing we could have been doing at that time that would have taken the place of what we were doing. It'll never happen again, and we got to be a part of it. It was very special.
Four legends who helped change the course of American music, getting together again where it all began. That was reason enough to celebrate. Who knows, it could happen on other centers of music around the country, whether it's the surf sound in California, beach music in North Carolina, the folk rock scene of San Francisco, the sound of Philadelphia, Motown, Detroit, or doo-wop in New York. From coast to coast, this country is rich with musical history and there are memories to be shared. It's America's music, and yes, indeed, the beat does go on. Thank you for coming home for our Rockin' reunion. For now, Dick Clark. So long.